Last Sunday, thousands of people around the country marched asking Donald Trump to release his tax returns because, as many Americans know, tax day, tax filing day was this week. Now, honestly, I wish the left would stop, or whatever you want to call the opponents to Trump. It's a broad umbrella there. But I wish that Trump's opponents would stop focusing on Trump himself. Personally, that's my feeling. My feeling is that just gives him more energy. That was Hillary Clinton's campaign, excessively focused on Trump's defects, and that just gave Trump more attention and more energy. I would like to see people talk about constructive alternatives to Trump. But look, if we want to talk, and people believe Trump has maybe some terrible secrets that will destroy his career and lead to impeachment if his tax returns are released. Well, the Rachel thing was a big bust. It added up to nothing. He paid 24% in taxes, so there was no big shocker there. So I'm not really keen on demonstrating or trying to force. Yes, he should release them, but I'm not sure that's an organizing principle to base a movement around. I don't really think it is, because I don't think it's going to do what people want, unless he's got a check there from Fat Tony Salerno saying thanks for helping us rig the Atlantic City bid, or unless he's got a love note from Vladimir Putin in there and maybe a W-2 form for employment. But I don't think either of those things are going to be in there. But I will say this, even without Trump's tax returns, I can tell you his 5 worst tax secrets right now, because I wrote them down, okay? Number 1 is this. In the country we live in, paying 24% tax, which is less than a lot of middle-class people pay, on $135 million of income, which was the big, quote-unquote, Rachel Maddow reveal, that's not all that unusual. A lot of millionaires and billionaires pay less than that. Mitt Romney, when he was forced to release his tax return, released 1 year, and the year he was released, maybe he just picked one that looked good for him, he only paid 14%. So that's a terrible tax secret that we already know. We don't need to demonstrate or force Trump's tax release to let it out. Here's another terrible tax scandal that you ought to know. The top marginal tax rate, that is in your billionth dollar of income, the most you can pay for taxes in this country right now is 39.6%. In Elvis Presley's day in the 1950s, it was as high as 94%. So that's it. The rich don't pay very much in taxes. That, to me, is a scandal, too. Here's a terrible Trump tax scandal. He and his party were willing to let tens of thousands of people die and tens of millions of people go without health insurance just to provide and additional tax cuts to millionaires and billionaires like themselves. That is a horrifying scandal. Here's another horrifying Trump tax secret. His tax plan, which isn't completely finalized yet, like pretty much everything about Donald Trump, but his tax plan, as he described it during the campaign, is a massive tax giveaway to billionaires and corporations that are already getting a free ride off the American people. So that's a horrific tax scandal, and we don't need his tax returns to know it. What's more, his budget director doesn't even believe that rich people should pay taxes. These are horrifying. So we already know the terrible secrets about Trump. Now, Trump said about those rallies that somebody should look into who paid for those small rallies, as he put it. Well, what we should really look into is who pays for all the tax breaks we give to Donald Trump, and the answer is all of us.